Okay, so today I'm playing the new game for Xbox Live called Guardian Heroes. It is a re-release or remake of the Sega Saturn Classic, which I have not had a chance to play because I don't own a Sega Saturn. And also, apparently the game's like $100, so $10 is a lot more reasonable. So I'm in the menu here. You got a lot of game modes. Story mode's the main game. You pick one of their characters that are on the right there to play through the story mode, and there's lots of branching paths, which is what made the game sort of popular in the first place. Versus mode is... I haven't yet to play it, actually. It's I think it's a 2v2 or like a two-person fighting game, sort of, where you just fight it out against another player, so online or local co-op or versus. Training mode, you just kind of practice. Arcade mode is new to just this game, and it's basically a survival mode, but it's pretty crazy. You get one life instead of the multiple continues you get in story and versus mode, or story mode at least. But you fight a crap load of different enemies all at the same time, and you just level up automatically. Gallery, you just get to look at some artwork, and then you can play with Xbox Live people. Graphics are cool. You have two versions here, so the remix is this one, and the original is the original graphics, or are the original graphics from the Sega Saturn. Really, I don't see a difference in the two in terms of like what they did. It seems like they just really glossed over all the rough edges for the remix mode, which we'll play that one right now so you can see it. But anyways, let's get right into it. So, go to story mode. I am not that great at the game, so I'd say play on easy mode to begin with because everything's a bit easier and you get 99 continues instead of 9. So I don't know why they make it 100 times more, or 10 times more, just to get 100 continues when you go up one difficulty. But it's difficult on normal, so we'll play it on the easy. And remix mode and original mode. Original is just like the Saturn. Remix mode, they add some new attacks and dashes and stuff. They just make it a bit easier. So we'll leave everything else here and we'll start a game. And you can pick from a few different characters. I wish I could tell you all their names. I'm really not sure. I think he's Han and Randall or something. I don't know. But basically, this guy uses a big sword. He's kind of a nice tank-like character. This dude focuses more on magic attacks. This guy's like a ninja. He's very fast. And I've yet to be her, so I'll actually just stick with him for the time being. So, as you can see, there's a lot of text that you're going to have to read throughout this story. Can't really hold it to a fault there because the game came out for the Sega Saturn, and voice acting wasn't super big then. But there's actually quite a lot of stuff you have to read. I've played through the games 3 times already, and throughout all the different branching paths, there's still some characters that take like 25 minutes of just dialogue over and over and over again. And there's really no point. The story is kind of off the wall and not really something you can follow. So, fortunately, you can just skip this, so we'll just skip it all. But actually, I'm going to show you. Look at their pictures are just, I want to say atrocious, but I mean, they're not bad. They just don't look like the most professional person actually drew them. There's some other characters you'll see later that are the worst. But we actually get into the game, and it's pretty fun. So, like I said, this is the remix mode with the nicer graphics. But this is me. You have 3 basic attacks. They act kind of like light, medium, and heavy. So I'm using the light attack now. You kind of just keep tapping the button and you automatically combo into things. I'll switch up to the medium attack, which is this one. I use this sword here and sort of swings out. That's all it is. I like that attack. It's actually really good. And then we'll go to the heavy attack, which is a very big lunge, which isn't bad, but you get close and you can do things like that, so it's cool. You see in the top, I'm kind of jumping right by it. My little HUD display up there. I have the green bar is health, the blue bar is your mana, which I'll talk about later when I do magic attacks. And then under my name, it has my my level, and then the amount of experience I need for the next level. And you level up pretty quickly in the very beginning, just because enemies are plenty and they give you enough HP or experience. And at the end of the level, kind of like in Castle Crashers, you can level up or pick the stats you want to increase and go up that way. So there's some customization. There's lots of stuff to run through. I ran through with this guy last time and just put all my points into strength. So this time I'm probably going to do it. I think I might try it in dexterity and see how that works. So I'm skipping through all this stuff again. No matter who you play as, you can do 2 people at once. You and a partner can play. No matter who you play as, you always all join up with all the heroes between levels, which is cool. So it's kind of not like someone just randomly shows up. Why are they there? But Makes sense. I kind of forgot what I was just talking about, leveling up or something like that. But I'll also use this bigger scenario here to show you some of the special moves that you can do. So here's my regular attacks, kind of go like that. Like I was showing you these, but if you do special moves like kind of quarter motions, you have special attacks, like he runs or can run further and attack. And then he can also throw his magic sort of grenade, which actually seeks out enemies. And then if you do, I think it's, which one is it? Up, up, or something like that? No, it's down, down. So he does kind of this show where you can move here. He goes all up in the air. It's pretty cool. You can do that with every button and you do different things. So you kind of have some variety in ways you attack, and each different character has different ones of those attacks. So it's kind of cool. I'll show you later how effective that move actually is, especially when you're in big groups. So see, it takes them all the way up in the air, so it's pretty tight. It's a good move. I'm killing enemies fast because it's on easy mode. If it was on a normal mode or hard, it would take a lot longer to kill them. But for sake, we'll run through it this way. Just beat his ass too. The game's pretty fun. I had a little bit of trouble playing online, just because I couldn't find a game. And then if you notice in the options when I made this game, I set it up so that if someone wants to join my game, they can just join on Xbox Live. Kind of like how you can play like Street Fighter or something like that, and have play match requests or something like that. And then if you're playing arcade mode, someone can just join in. It's the same sort of thing. The only problem is, like I said, I couldn't find anyone to play with. And when I did join a game, it was kind of laggy, and I actually got kicked out, which is probably good because I was kind of sucking, and that guy was way better than I was. But anyways, so there's the online mode, but it's not anything too special. It's just an online mode. But yeah, the game's actually fun. It's cool. I'd say it's worth $10. It's a good buy, but unfortunately you can't like rent a game like this because it's a downloadable one. But I'd say it's probably just worth a rent. So I guess download the demo first and see if you like that. And if you do, then this could be something that you really look into. But some things I liked about it was the branching paths. We'll get up to that soon here. If this guy would stop hitting me. But yeah, I remember when the game came out for the Saturn, I thought, oh, this is really cool. And when I look at it now, looking at it online, I see that people really enjoyed the branching path system, because there's lots of endings and lots of levels, so you really have to play the game multiple times to see everything. And then in the training mode, versus mode, and whatnot, oh, here's my level up system, or level up screen. But in the training mode and versus mode and stuff like that, you can actually play as every character you see. So all these characters here I can play as, and that's cool. Oh, this is the dude that has the weird facial animations, if I can see him. I might have missed it. I'll show you later. But so that's cool. You can play as lots of characters. But it's fun. It's kind of a above average fighting system for a beat 'em up, but it's good. I can see why people really enjoyed it. It's a fun game, and it looks cool. It takes very little time to get used to. It's just that good, which is something that you could say, or can't say for other games, but it's definitely something that you want to be able to say if it's your game. So it's fun. So I'm just gonna keep playing here. You guys can watch. As you can see, those characters get stunned when they get hit too much. Same thing happens to you if you get hit too often. You actually will get stunned, and you have to, get out of it. I think this is one of my first choices. So yeah, I could say basically there's enemies kind of attacking the castle, and there's also like demons that are coming up. So you have to choose where you want to go, and so you can go back to the village, stay at a safe village nearby, or to go to the woods for shelter, and I'll take the middle one. And then you'll see, after I think I can get to level up, yeah. I'll just put them all on agility. Yeah, see, stage 5, so I just went 1, 2, 5, so I missed stages 3 and 4 because they're part of the other choices. And then if you do certain things during some of the stages, you can actually unlock special stages, like there's a stage that I ran across earlier where you were actually in a busy town, and there are civilians that you need to either hit or not hit. And I'm pretty sure if you don't hit them, because they comment on it, if you don't hit any civilians, you can unlock special stages. And that's the only way you can get to them, so even more incentive to keep going back and playing. One interesting note that I was a little upset with, but it's ultimately something you don't really need. Your level and character progression is only good for as long as you're in this game, and once you die and lose all your continues, you don't have that character anymore. So you don't save them like to a memory card or anything like that, unlike Castle Crashers, which is a disappointment because it's cool to have that huge customization, but the game levels up so quickly that it doesn't really matter. So it's just going to kind of test your skill to go back there and do better than you did before if you died, because you'll know what path to take and how to beat the game and kill certain characters. So it's something that actually works to the advantage of the game. Something I didn't say, there's actually 3 sort of planes that you can play on. So I'm on the front, then you can go to the middle and the back, kind of like the Final Fight games if you played those, or Fatal Fury, sorry. So yeah, enemies can go on both of them. If you use certain magic attacks, they actually hit all 3 planes, but otherwise you pretty much have to be on that plane in order to do damage to an opponent.